The Donnell Rawlings Show, live in your face. Fuck y'all bitch ass nigga, you never take my place, nigga.
It's 41? Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's right. We are at our 41 episode, and this is the Donnell Rawlings. Oh, no, this is the Jivanta Roberts Show. Thank you for tuning in. I'm your host and star of the show, Jivanta Roberts. We want to make sure everyone's having a phenomenal day. As you can see, Loudmouth Donnell isn't here, so it's all about me. Woo!
I mean, you got a producer in the house. You can shout your producer.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. There goes David Derry. How you doing, David?
Yeah, I'm chilling. I'm doing good.
I don't know. It's something about this. It just feels so light and fresh.
It's a vibe.
It's a vibe. It's a vibe. Oh, look who we have here. Oh, you're late. You're late. How you doing, Donnell?
Ha! I'm doing great, but first off, how can I be late?
All right. Welcome to the Jivanta Roberts Show. Donnell decided to come to the show late.
I didn't come to the show late. First off, I can't be late to my show. I didn't come to the show late. I came as you.
Okay.
All right? That's the point.
So we should call you Jivanta? Hi, Jivanta. Jivanta. Hi, how are you?
Jivanta, no disrespect, but your titties look good today. No disrespect. No. I'm being respectful.
Thank
your titties
you.
look really good today.
Thank you.
You know, not because you're my daughter and everything, but you just look really good today. You look really, really good.
Thank you.
You know? Take that.
Thank you. So I just wanted to start off by, you're me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm you.
What'd you say? Who? Take that, bitches.
Stop.
Take that, bitches.
All right, first off,
This is fun. I get to do whatever I want and talk to people any kind of way. This is the best life.
you know what? I'm so happy that you feel good.
Okay.
Are you gonna keep shooting?
Take that, bitches. Fuck these bitches. Let's get this money.
Are you gonna let me be a part of the show?
Of course.
Are you going to let me be a part of the show?
All right, continue. How you doing, Donnell? How you feeling?
Thank you. I feel good.
Mm-hmm. That is not me, by the way. That is not me.
I feel good. Dearie, did you do my lights?
Yeah, how do they look?
Did you,
you tell me.
All right, first off, you don't know because you're white. You don't understand.
Nah, you gonna
Thank
start.
you.
Yeah. This is the Jivanta Roberts Show, so you're not gonna go ahead and attack Derry like you always do. Okay. Thank you. Positive energy, everybody. Positive energy.
I'm not attacking Derry, but what I want to say is you don't understand how black people need to be lit because you're light. You're already light, so you don't understand what the light is. If you weren't light, you would understand light. You don't understand.
Sounds like somebody's not having a good day. How are we doing, Donnell? Are you? Let's all be happy. Let's sing a song.
Fine.
Don't worry. Be happy. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands.
These nuts.
Looks like someone's not here today. Someone's not happy.
I'm happy.
Okay.
I'm really happy.
What'd you do today?
I sold 14 bottles of uni. I produced my one-woman show.
Fuck your oils. Fuck your oils. It's all about my show. You can get these candles and this dick.
As co-producer and co-host, I had a great day today.
Fuck that. How you doing, Derry?
I'm chilling.
What'd you do today?
Played some tennis.
Okay.
Yeah. I lost 6-3, 6-3, 7-5. 2 sets. 2 straight sets I lost.
We got to get Donnell on the...
Oh, Donnell don't want this smoke. He already told me his knees are buckled.
He's a river ninja, though. He can handle it.
I'm a Jivanta ninja right now.
Oh.
I'm a Jivanta ninja right now, and I like the role reversal. I like the role play.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just going to, from your end and your perspective, you have to understand how it feels to create a conversation and someone's on their computer like this.
Well, to my defense, I'm always looking up facts because you get mad all the time if I don't come with the facts. So whenever I don't even smile like that. Do I smile like that? They love my smile. Like
They do. But I don't remember you getting the facts.
I do get the facts. Don't I get the facts?
Oh, don't bring me into this shit.
You're here.
No, of course you get the facts.
What's your password?
You always get the facts.
Oh, no, you ain't going to get my password.
No, we can bleep it out.
We all know your password.
Let's bleep it out. We can bleep it out. What's your password? Because I got to be able to get some facts. Oh, I'm not in.
Here you go. We got you.
See how hard it is to pay attention and to type?
I
And
never
do
asked you for a code. This is serious. What the fuck happened in your life when you need this?
You already know. We talked about it last episode. You know, people break into my shit.
The iPad. You never said what was on the iPad, though. I was curious.
Okay, so what was on the iPad was my ex basically found some messages from a friend of mine that were pretty inappropriate. But I feel as though I was in the wrong, and I admitted to being in the wrong. But what? You didn't get in yet? No. Can you do it? You've been in that computer.
So since we're cutting it out, what was on that iPad?
Oh yeah. So, but yeah, it was like he found messages from the guy I was dating before him. But
Right.
we're really, really good friends.
I'm not going to do
And-
Here, I'll get in there. Hold on.
Anyway, so we're really good friends, and it was inappropriate because we were like sending gifts and stuff like that. But
Gifts.
it wasn't.
What was? I'm just curious to know what is. I know inappropriate penis portraits. I
Yeah.
know that. I'm an artist myself. What was an inappropriate gift?
It was like 2 people fucking in the ass. And like, but I would be like laughing.
Wait a minute. First off, what keyboard do you have where you could go? First off, how do you search
He's
for
so
a
mad.
gift with not one person fucking in the ass? Please tell me, how do you search for a gift? So what was in the search part?
It was basically like 2 people fucking, and then I'd be like, ha ha ha, and he'd be like, that's me and you, but you playing, and I'm like, yeah, right, shut up. Like, it'd be like interactions like that, and of course it's inappropriate. I think it's inappropriate when you interface with anyone that's supposedly your friend like that. When you're in a relationship.
There's a phrase for that, right?
What is it called?
Texting ain't sexing, and sucking ain't fucking.
I made that up.
You made that up?
Eating ain't cheating.
What? Texting ain't sexing and sucking ain't fucking.
And eating ain't cheating.
And eating ain't cheating.
Wow.
So
We ain't shit.
but you didn't like that wasn't the example of the inappropriate text messages, right?
Yeah, like that is very inappropriate. I feel like I would feel uncomfortable, and I wouldn't like it if he was doing the reverse. If she was on the other foot and he had an ex that he was like dealing with, and I found those messages, I'd be upset as well.
What happened if that's just you about that life? What happens? What do you say for the person that wants to be in love, wants to be with one person, but they still ain't really completely off those streets and they about that life?
I feel like it's a decision that they have to make with their partner, and some people live their life like that. Like, you know, they're in loose relationships. But
Shout out to Jada and Will.
yeah, I mean, the more I'm exposed to other types of relationships, the more I'm open to them. Whereas I was very traditional. I just thought, oh, it should be one way. And I don't like girls, so I don't think I could do like threesomes or anything like that. But I don't know, like if I'm sitting in my house in Morocco and my husband is like cheating, maybe I wouldn't care anymore. I don't know. I'm jaded.
I don't know if it's cheating. I would say exploring the opposite. Exploring.
It's just like men can't handle their shit. Like if I were, it's just always something always happens. It's like it goes good. You have an arrangement.
What do you mean? Whoa.
You have an arrangement, or you have an.
Shit. What do you mean men can't handle their shit?
I'm talking.
What? Okay. All right. It's your show. Go.
I feel like men can't handle their shit. Like I can't speak for a couple who makes arrangements because I've never done that, but I am assuming from my experience with men, something always goes wrong, and they probably have this arrangement, and then they start seeing the woman on the like not telling their significant other that they're seeing the side woman or whatever, and they're just doing their own thing, and that's probably how it gets messed up and people get hurt.
So you think if you're open about it and you're transparent about it and you say, listen, I love you, but at the same time, every once in a while I might want to dip out because texting ain't sexing and licking ain't sticking, whatever it was.
Is that like
polygamy?
Polygamy, right?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it's that polygamy is
Open
when you're married.
relationship.
Yeah, the polygamy is when you're married to more than one person, right?
Polyamorous is
Polyamorous is when you're dating
more people, yeah.
and having sex with more people. Well, multiple people, rather.
multiple people, yeah.
So what's more important, the physical connection with a guy or the mental connection? Because if you're not attached to the physical shit, you could be in love with somebody mentally and say, you know what, I don't care about having sex with you all the time. You could do whatever, but mentally, I don't want your brain to cheat. Because for the most part, when it comes to threeways and threesomes, and I've been a part of threesomes.
You've
before.
had threesome?
Yes, I have threesome. I had threesomes, but I'm a petty motherfucker.
Male, you ever have male and
Yeah,
male,
have you done,
female?
like,
That's not a threesome. That's some whack shit, son.
What?
That's
a threesome.
That's Eiffel Tower, yeah.
Yeah.
No.
That's an Eiffel Tower.
Your people, that's a threesome. That shit is illegal to me. All right, two guys and
That's
one girl.
gangbang. So wait, gangbang, is that a threesome?
What, is gangbang off limits too?
Yeah, have you gangbanged a girl? Or like, no, they call it run the train. Have you run the
No,
train?
it's two different things, I think. Run the train is like one at a time.
I ran a train.
Running a
Oh,
train
you did?
Yeah.
But that's one at a time, right? Like
I'm judging.
Yeah, but see,
gangbang is all in the same room all at once.
Listen. When it's two girls,
You know too much
When
about
it's two
this
girls
shit.
and a guy, it's a menage a trois, right?
Oui.
But when it's two guys and a girl, it's a gangbang. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just how it is. And for the most part, men, we don't want to even it out. Like you say, like, but what if you reverse it? No. That's not cool.
Because I guess your balls are touching one another.
No. They don't have to be. One guy could be in the
if a guy
front.
is in the front and the girls, if she's laid down and then
Let's
the
say
guy's
she's
fucking
doggy
her in the
style.
ass,
Let's say she's doggy style.
Ew,
One guy's
it's
in the
just
back,
gay.
one guy's in the front, and then you do the Eiffel Tower. That is not gay. That's man shit.
What's the Eiffel Tower?
The Eiffel Tower, you put your hands together, one guy in the front, one guy in the back, and you put your hands together and you form the Eiffel. You don't know the Eiffel Tower?
I don't know that.
I don't know.
I've only been with
Urban
like one
Dictionary,
guy.
that
What I
shit.
was trying to explain was my experience with
Eiffel fucking Tower.
My experience. This was my experience, and this is why everybody's not built for the life of two bad bitches at the same damn time. Because I was in a situation where it was supposed to be the best time of my life.
Mm-hmm.
It was me and two bad bitches, right? And this is where the pettiness come in. Somewhere doing our actions, I got petty.
In the what do you
moment,
mean you didn't want what happened?
I got petty. I said, hold the fuck up. You suck my dick for 5 minutes. You been eating this chick pussy for an hour and a half. The fuck are y'all doing?
So
I got jealous.
Is it safe to
I got
say
jealous.
most women that go both ways, they enjoy the women more, the woman that they're dealing with more, or
Well,
they're wanting to please her more?
I think, in my experiences, I think it's like a woman that, like you have women that's like, they want to completely be lesbian, but they still have some connection to men. And if they with somebody or a girlfriend, they're like this, okay, I don't want to call it fucking up, but I'm still curious about this. But their emotions, usually when it comes to a three-way where it's two girls and a guy, the emotional connection is normally more the girl and girl than a guy and a girl. And then that's where the pettiness come in because you think you're being played. You like this? Hold up. I'm supposed to be superior in this situation. I'm supposed to be the one you have the most attention to. But the minute they be like this, oh, you gone to sleep, and they listen for you to be like, if you gone to sleep, and that's when the real shit pops off.
I think it attributes to trash dick.
I don't think so, because
can't find the other one.
When a woman has a connection with another woman, you can have the most fire dick ever. It still ain't gonna be enough, or can fuck with the emotional connection that she has with another woman.
You don't think the emotional connection she has with a man can compete with that?
Not when is she like girls? No.
That's
why
interesting.
that's why a lot of guys get upset. That's why a lot of guys. It's been so many relationships where I'll give you an example. Busta Rhymes. Busta Rhymes was, I don't know if it was his baby mother or whatever, but he had big issues because they broke up, and then when they broke up, his baby mother started dating another woman. So it was like, it didn't make him feel comfortable.
Just like his ego.
Yeah, because it's one thing to think, it's one thing to feel fucked up that you lose your woman, another nigga takes your woman. But when another bitch take your woman, and then the bitch that take your woman, your bitch is the woman in that relationship. So you saying another bitch took my bitch to be her bitch.
Yeah.
It's like mentally you like, oh man, what type of dude am I? But you always want to, and then always go back to like, well, you think you didn't please the relationship sexually. But with some women, it's not about pleasing the relationship sexually. It's like mentally. And for some women, they cannot love a man the way they love a woman. They could love a woman and fuck another nigga, but they can't. It's a different type of love. And I'm pretty sure that the people, there's some women that are listening right now in a situation, they would agree with me. You know what I'm saying? They'll play around with certain shit, but certain people, their mind and their body can only make them love one type of person. And when it comes to girl on girl shit, it's hard to fucking bust through. You got two bitches that love each other?
Yeah. But what, have you just had anything casual? Like, what's your experience with something casual, like women that aren't that involved with one another? Is it just very, like, free?
No, I've had that situation, but the times I've had the situation, it was love involved. Whether it was, I was in love with this chick, and I've had a situation where I was in love with this chick, and I thought the chick was in love with me, but come to find out, she was in love with that chick, and they act like they're not in love, right? And then it's making me go crazy. Then come to find out, at the end of the day, they was in love, and everybody's making me feel fucked up while they was in fucking love. Be honest about the shit.
Yeah.
Let me know what I'm competing with. I can't get, man, a man, especially when it comes to sexual shit, there's not too many men that can compete with a woman when it comes to what is it?
Cunnilingus.
Yeah, condolingus.
Yeah,
we.
Who that?
It's Busta Rhymes.
He heard you talking about
Alex, hello?
bus a bus.
Hello?
Listen to them call me back.
I didn't call you back because I was talking to my accountant. I was talking about something that was more important than talking to you. And now I'm doing a podcast where I'm talking about the importance of a man eating pussy and if a man can eat pussy better than a female. That's where we are right now. If you want to add to this conversation, you can. If not, I can hang up and I can talk to you tomorrow.
Sorry, I didn't mean any disrespect, bro.
Okay, so you don't want to answer this question.
No, what question would you like me to answer?
The question is, and I'm assuming that you're a man that has been down on a female before. When it comes to oral sex and pleasing a partner,
Cunnilingus.
condolingus, can
Cunnilingus.
a man,
Candalingus.
whatever,
I can't say it.
can a man eat a female is the question.
I'm going to say no.
Have you ever been in a situation where it was like you was competing or it was going back to back?
No, but I would love to see what that competition is like.
See, you're a freak, man. You just want to see. Everybody wants to videotape, but nobody want to participate. Everybody wants to videotape, but nobody wants to participate. Well, thank you for your answer. It didn't help this conversation out at all. But I will call you back, and I do appreciate the shit you sent me, okay?
Enjoy your...
This nigga ain't never...
Who is
Speaking
that?
of menage a trois,
Menage.
we haven't talked about the cabin with you, Bobby, and Bert.
First
Oh yeah,
off-
what happened?
That
You was
menage a
sticking
trois.
people in the ass. I heard. I didn't see the episode, so I didn't know. What happened?
First off, that wasn't a menage a trois.
Okay, but there were 3 of you.
It was 3 of us, but it was
Trois.
3. It was okay. I'll put it like
It was
this.
a trois.
I'll answer your question. It was 3 of us. It was 2 of us that was open for anything. It was 1 of us that wasn't
Open for
going.
anything. What does that mean? Like down for whatever?
I would like to complete my thought.
Yo.
You asked me a question, I'm answering.
Oh, I know.
There was, out of the 3 people, when I say us, because you lumped it up as
Yeah.
if I was down for everything that was a part of the cabin, I wasn't. It was 3 of us. It was 2 of us that were down for whatever. It was 1 of us that was like not fucking with any of that. Okay, you pick who you think was down for whatever. Bert Kreischer and Bobby Lee. First off, Bert Kreischer is an exhibitionist. I've talked to one of my friends. She said, no, Donnell, get ahead of me too. Call yourself a nudist. Bert Kreischer is a nudist. For the most part, his nakedness is usually from the waist up. But in the case of the cabin, it was from the waist down. And when I walked into this facility or this cabin, first thing I see is Bert Kreischer sitting on a bear skin rug. He resembles the physique of a bear already. He sits on a barefoot rug, and he's sitting there, and he's butt ass naked.
So
and
you saw his penis and everything?
Maybe let's do this like school. Save all your questions and answers to the end.
Oh, Donnell.
I'm articulating and explaining to you how we could communicate better.
Okay.
This is something that you don't do in the show, and this is what I'm doing. I'm telling you, I'm explaining to you how I would like for you to communicate with me.
Okay.
Save your questions and concerns and answers to the end.
All right.
So I walk in, and Bert is sitting on a bear skin rug. He's butt ass naked. His hand is over his penis, or he's tucked in, but I do not remember seeing a dick. Okay? But I do remember being alarmed and shocked. Like, nigga, what did you get me into? And only white people can be butt ass naked on a bear skin rug and have a smile on their face. A smile of excitement, like, hey, how you doing? This is all normal. So I walk in there I run into Bert doing that, and then Bobby Lee is right behind me, and Bobby Lee is another naked nigga, aka nudist. He doesn't have a problem with that. He has no insecurities. He's in touch with himself. He presents himself however he wants to. He don't give a fuck about what you think, right? And Bobby Lee sees Bert Kreischer naked, and he seizes the moment, and immediately, if you look at the video, once he saw Bert naked, he was shaking to get naked.
Oh my God.
Like, it was like, oh shit, I didn't know this was the spot. So Bobby gets naked and scoots up inside of Bert being inside of a bear. So it's a fucking 3 rows of nakedness, right? And I'm like, what the fuck did you get me into? I didn't sign up to this. I signed up to a nature show where guys were going to get together. They was going to powwow. They was going to fish. They was going to bomb. Originally, Bill Burr was supposed to be on the episode. He couldn't do it. Bobby Lee showed up. I knew that nakedness would ensue a lot quicker than it would normally do. But it was one of those shows, like, I'm like, okay, Bert Kreischer, Bobby Lee, this whole brand, this frat boy brand of comedy, it's big. There's some people that like it. They're tuned into it. So I was like, am I going to be the spoiler? Yes. I'm not going to get naked. I'm not going to do that punk ass shit y'all doing, but I'm not going to hate on the party. So there was one scene, the opening scene, when, and fucking Bobby was so excited, Bert tried to push a coffee enema on me. Like, hey, down there, I'm like, nigga, black lives still matter. Black asses matter way more than black lives. Nobody penetrated me. The most penetration my ass has ever had was wiping my ass. That's it. That's the closest
I
I'm
have
gonna
a
be.
question. You've never had a colonoscopy at your age?
Yeah, but I didn't, you know what I'm saying? That's a whole different shit. It's cold. You know what I'm saying? It's cold, whatever. But it wasn't like I prepared for it. It wasn't like this, oh shit, maybe I'll like her or anything. It was just like this some doctor shit. Bop, whatever. But it wasn't like the plan and the preparation that these guys do.
Right.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
the coffee enema was for you?
No, it was for whoever was down with it. I was the one that said I'm not down with it. It was proposed on there. Hey, we're gonna do. And they looked at me like, what do you want to do? I'm like, nigga, I ain't doing none of that shit. So Bobby couldn't wait. Bobby, Susie, he rolled his sleeves up. Bobby had his sleeves up. He grabbed the shit, had a smile on his face. He got the fucking tube, and sorry people, he inserted. The joint. No, not only did he insert it, he didn't insert it like he inserted with a smile on his face, looking deep into his anal cavity.
Jesus, did your dick recoil? Like, did it like?
Now, first off, my dick wasn't part of this scene at all. There was nothing in that situation like, yo, maybe my dick would have got hard if he would have put it in his ass. But my dick was like on. I don't even like the fact that you asked me about my dick.
It was a medical procedure.
Nah, it wasn't a medical. It was something that I went down with, but I didn't want to be a party pooper. So while Bobby was penetrating motherfucking, he was like, fap, fap, fap. He was penetrating his booty hole. I was reading directions off of it. I was like, I had to. And then I was at the comedy. I was like, okay, all right, we're going to do a countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fire in the hole. And exactly when I said fire in the hole, Bobby was like, just fap.
Ooh.
That was funny to them, to a lot of people. I'm not knocking your brand of humor that you like. And as I did the entire show, I was like, it was a couple of times I was like, why the fuck am I here? Because they sold me on friendship, manhood, brotherhood, like a connection. I was like, where is the connection? I'm like, this is not my ideal of a friendship. This is perfectly, giving me a coffee enema would be the first number one way to ruin a friendship with me.
How much would the paycheck have to be for them to be like,
we're
going to get naked on a bear? And
there's never going to be a paycheck that can pay me to do that.
No,
not even to $400 million.
Well,
you know what? That's so unrealistic.
Is it though?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. How much would it take for you to fuck me?
$3,000.
Yeah, right. Probably in my next lifetime.
See, you can't answer that question. You know what I'm saying? You didn't want to do it. I could have.
You don't want to ask me that question?
No, because I know white dudes don't give a fuck.
No, but like
they looking for their
I've
future.
Never done anal.
White people are looking for their future. Like, wait a minute, one blowjob that was $30 million.
Listen, I've never done anal, but for the right amount of money, I probably would.
That's not the question. That's not the question.
Anal is an enema.
All right, Jivanta, that's not the question we asked. That's not the question we asked. And for the right amount of money,
you wouldn't do an enema on television.
What?
That's what he asked. Isn't that what you asked?
There's no.
That's the question.
There's no amount.
That was the question.
There's no amount of money that I would do that for. There's no amount of money, and I know people like hypothetically. There's no amount of money that could.
That's a man that's comfortable with his money situation right now. That's what that is.
No, it's not that, nigga. I roast motherfuckers.
Right.
You're a mean queen, meme queen. You're a mean king. You know, I do not need the enema memes taunting me for the rest of my fucking life. But at the same time, it comes to a point where money it doesn't matter. What like, I'm going to feel comfortable spending ass enema money? You know what I'm saying?
Aren't you going to need one eventually?
Huh?
Enema, aren't you going to need it?
At some point, people do that to cleanse their colon and everything. At some point, you will, but it's not going to be on live TV and it's not going to be a part of the show. And now going back to answer your question about my involvement with the show, it was sold to me a certain way, and I'm not hating on the show. The show turned out to be a good show on Netflix. It went to the point where it was like trending 6, like any show on Netflix in the United States, right? But the thing that I connected with the show was there's a point where we're all in the kitchen and we're cooking food and we're talking about fatherhood. We're talking about how we grew up, and me and Bert took it to us being fathers. And it was a part of the show where it got deep. I can hear that. It got deep. It was thought-provoking, and it showed a side of all three of us. For the most part, I don't think there was ever on television. So as I'm assessing the situation of me being on that show, I'm like, why the fuck am I here? That said, you know what? That's why I was here, to talk about fatherhood. And there was a lot of things, like Bobby Lee has been through a lot of emotional trauma from as a kid to being an Asian dude from a successful family to saying fuck Everything else, I want to do comedy, which isn't accepted in that community too much. An Asian dad's like, I spent all this money sending you to college, and you want to try to do comedy? You want to be a musician or whatever? It just doesn't happen. So he had to deal with that shit, and he talked about it. He exposed himself. He exposed some parts of himself that a lot of people didn't know. He told us the story of how he wanted acceptance from his dad so much that he would hurt himself if he felt that it was going to be any shortcomings. He told us the story of how when he would have a bad audition, he was embarrassed to tell his dad or anybody in his family, and he would take a bottle and just beat himself in the head until he bled.
Wow.
So this is a person that has mental scars. This is a person that deals with a lot of shit. And he also said how he gave up drugs and alcohol because he really wanted to be more in tune of who he really was. He didn't want to mask his feelings. He was honest and open. So as much as people rave about the frat boy, yeah, he stuck a thing in his ass and you guys were in the sauna and shit, for me, that was the part that resonated with the show that I was proud and happy to be a part of. That part particularly was the shit that I was like, this is why you did it.
And you had a breakthrough as well? Were you sharing stories like that?
No, I didn't really have a breakthrough because black people are a lot different from a lot of races. The shit, we tolerate a lot of shit and we deal with a lot of shit. We don't ever think it's a time for us to go get mental, I don't know, therapy and assessment. Yeah. We don't think that. That nigga crazy. Yes, you might think it's crazy, but why? He has issues. Why? We like this. Nigga, you don't need to. You gonna spend that money on a psychiatrist? Yo, go get a bag of weed.
But I think you're ready to unpack some things. I think you're in a space where you've been exposed to different things and different experiences where you would put yourself in a position to talk to a therapist. I think.
I don't want to talk to a therapist.
I think you would be ready to if you had to.
The thing about therapy that people don't understand, it's just a conversation with someone who like knows behavioral patterns, and even in good times, it's. And
I understand that, and I understand
it's
that
amazing.
I understand people need to seek help because they're trying to get somewhere else. Like, but I really feel like in my life right now, like it's nothing.
Right.
That someone is going to tell me that's going to alter the way I live and the way I want to live, because I don't think it's a bad place.
But I don't think it's about them telling you. I mean, if you've ever sat with a therapist before, you're pretty much talking the whole time.
Yeah.
So it's just a bunch of discovery that's going on. It's not necessarily them telling you, well, this is what you need to do with your life and this. They make observations and then suggestions, and then you end up.
I get observations and suggestions from you too.
Exactly. I mean, most of the time when they give they tell you stuff that you already know because you're saying it, and then you're like, oh, I just realized that I'm mad at my wife because she puts the fucking limes in the sink every night.
But I understand that, and I have therapy sessions on this show. There's
Definitely.
times you've said something, and Jivanta has said something, and I listen to it like this. Yeah, they might have a point, but do I give a fuck? And me giving a fuck, what does that change? You know what I'm saying? That's just my therapy. Like this. Oh yeah, you know what? You were right when you said it about me. But do I give a fuck? And does that affect what I'm trying to do?
So you want to just continue the hamster wheel of the same pattern, or you're
the pattern,
open to?
First
okay,
off,
look, the thing is,
First off, here we go. Here we go with the pattern. How is the pattern maybe fucked up to somebody else or what they think, but ultimately, what am I trying to do? What am I trying to do with this? What am I trying to do with you as my friend, you as my friend? What am I trying to do? If that pattern, if how I feel does not disrupt how I get to that end goal, I don't give a fuck about that. And that's the reason why I say I don't need therapy. I don't need, Donnell, I don't need anybody to say, Donnell, you're right, but did you ever think about this? Only thing I want to be right, only thing I want to do is be right about that thought if it's going to benefit. Now, if it's something that's hurting, if it's something that's hurting this podcast, if it's something that's hurting your growth and your growth, then I will look at it a different way. But if it's not hindering that growth or hurting it, I'm like, the way I think ain't a bad way to think. That's the way I think about that. People always want to tell you, but you're this, but you're an asshole. You're an asshole. Why do you think like that? Why do I think like this? Because the way I think works. Is it fucking you up? Is it fucking you up? You're an asshole. I lost this amount of money. I lost these opportunities or whatever. Now I got to fall back and say, maybe I need to adjust shit.
So you're saying if it was a situation where it financially affects someone in your life, then you'd reconsider.
It's not just emotionally. It's not financially. It's like there's emotional connection to it too.
So do you?
It's the same thing as like this. Okay, all right. The way I think, everybody comes to me like this. Yeah, Donnell, you this, you that. Does that affect you? Are you still inspired by me? Are you still motivated by me? Those are things I consider more than a moment of you not fucking with me. So I don't argue with people.
Well, we've booked you a therapist tomorrow at 10 a.m.
And I'm the wrong person for a therapist because I know some therapists have clients they can't fuck with.
Right.
Like you sit me down on the couch, I'm like, bitch, I don't want to hear that suck my dick. All right, you want to really help me with my problems? Do that. That's the release
I think that's
I need.
Like self-sabotaging because like not being open to growth and
where's the growth? Where do I need to grow?
Health, like, well, I don't want to get into
what I'm saying is like the whole thing. I understand
keeping your mental mentally healthy.
Okay, but who says you're mentally ill? It's not you. I don't feel that I'm mentally ill.
Most crazy people don't feel like they're crazy. Or I mean,
the word. See, now you're talking about mental health, and this is why I know it's not fair because you talking about mental health and you use the word crazy.
Well, I was joking. You said I was joking. So my point is, most people with mental health illnesses. Sometimes they don't realize that
who judges the illness?
Right, exactly.
Well, it's not about the judgment of the illness. It's about knowing where you're at. Okay, there are certain things that aren't working out in my life. It'd be taking a chance on speaking to someone might help.
The point I'm making is those things aren't not working. Mm-hmm. What I'm saying is like you're assessing something that is not the reality of this conversation. Like you said, you need help. I never said like, oh, maybe this, maybe that. Me personally, I think if you don't.
So you think you're a perfectly fine human being?
No, not at all. That's
what I'm saying. You can't sit here and say, well, someone can't judge you and saying that they.
So who's going to say? Not. But who's going to say you need to go?
You need to.
I don't feel that.
And most people don't.
No, but therapy is just a gym for your mind. That's all it is.
And it's just like taking a vitamin. It's just drinking water.
It's just a gym. It's just a workout for your mind. You take an hour, you talk. The people give you a little feedback. They ask you questions.
I understand that. I would respect that more so. Don't come at me. Anybody come at me like, nigga, you need to see a doctor.
Right.
I mean, no, but maybe if you thought, and for the most part, when people suggest therapy for you, it's in a bad place.
I agree. But
it's in a bad place.
I think that's the stigmatism on therapy that I would like to see change because I think therapy is amazing for people that are healthy and happy for literally everybody because it's just a good mental workout.
I think it's self-care.
It's intellectual conversations about your own mindset. And everyone can always work on their mindset. Mm-hmm. I mean, people that are really, really good at it, the David Goggins of the world, I mean, come on. They're like 1%.
David Goggins, use him as an example. I guarantee you that David Goggins, it was not anybody that he sat down with and said, you need to do this. I think that
probably
not. I'm pretty sure of it.
No, I know, but
let me say this.
He's a 1%. He's like
1%.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
Some
sure.
people can do that. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that there was some point where he had to, and I've heard him have this conversation. Eventually, you got to look in the mirror and you got to say, what do you need? I guarantee you there was one point after he was a Navy SEAL when he talks about all the time, I was a 325-pound fat fuck, and I made excuses for everything. Everybody tried to help me. They couldn't help me. But I said, you know what? Fuck that. Are you going to die like that? Or are you going to get out there and do something? People talk a lot of shit all the time, but who's going to put the work in? Who's going to put the effort? Who's going to make the change? And it can't be from God. It can't be from your friend. It can't be from your fucking mother or your father. It's got to be from you. And you got to look at yourself, you fat fuck. What the fuck am I going to do? Fuck a therapist. Fuck what anybody says, because you know what? When I'm laying on that deathbed, that's going to be me and myself in these fucking beat up fucking shoes that I ran 3,000 miles in. I don't need help from anybody. I don't need anybody to tell me anything. I got to look at myself and say, fat fuck, make a fucking change, go hard. That's when he made a change.
That was an incredible David Goggins impression until you got to the end. He says, "Stay hard."
Stay hard.
Damn, you're so close.
I'm out here. I'm out here in the morning and you're asleep. And you know what the fuck I'm doing while you're sleeping? I'm awake because I told myself the only way I can do this if I do it my goddamn self. I can ask you for help. You're not going to do it. Sure, I did Joe Rogan's show. If people ask me how I get my fucking money, hey David, how are you making fucking money when you're jogging 33 million miles a day? These are the questions I asked myself, and I got up off that fucking couch. I was eating Twinkies and donuts and Doritos just like you. I fucking used to go to every fucking city eating waffles and chicken and grits all day. But that was going to get my body down to 0 -% fat. No, I had to say, what the fuck are you going to do, you fat fuck?
Jesus.
You know what? I used to fuck a lot of white bitches back then. I still do. You think who's holding this goddamn camera right now? You think it's a fucking black chick? Fucking no way. It's a fucking white chick. You call her Karen, and I say, okay, Karen. For one thing, she gets up early in the morning and she fucking makes me fucking cottage cheese and arugula, and I eat salmon and shit like that because I don't want to be a fat fuck. I don't have to always win, but the fuck I need to do is I gotta get in the goddamn game. You're never gonna get in the game if you're fucking sleep. Getting close to home now. It's my house right there. My house is fat free. There's no fat nowhere around us. Don't make excuses. Stay hard.
Yes.
That was great.
Hell yeah.
But it was a joke. But I understand. There's some people. Here's the thing. Some people need help.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying I'm one of those people.
Mm-hmm.
Some people need a certain push. But here's my thing when it comes to mental health and everything. I know it's serious. It's very serious in the black community. Mm-hmm. But what I'm finding happening is that it's almost like the end thing to do.
What do you mean by the end thing to do?
If you want some attention brought to you or your brand or your personal life, mental health is real. I'm seeking help. It's becoming profitable.
Yeah.
It's true.
I'm telling you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Your thought.
My thought is it can be in the back burner, but it should be the forefront.
That's
so
not the.
It could be profitable. It's everyone's leaning back on mental health.
I know, but just like what you're just saying, you said it's in like what I'm saying is that exists, and you're saying it could be, and I'm explaining my scenario on my
one part of it, yeah.
Not one part of it, my opinion of it.
Okay.
And my opinion of it is that I get that some people need help. Some people are, like mentally challenged and all of that type of shit. I understand that, but also know that it's becoming the cool. It's becoming the cool. It's becoming the cool way to get attention.
On social media, in what regard? That's what I'm asking. How is it becoming the cool way? In what way?
Social media.
On social media?
Social media, not on social media. Social media, on acceptance. It's like, oh shit, I want to be the cool kid. You know what? What's the conversation? One of the cool, I believe it's coming to it's not, everything's not real about it. You have some people that dabble in different sexual lifestyle because it's the cool shit. That's the hot shit. You know what I'm saying? You have people, even when it comes to, and I'm not just discrediting or taking away from anybody that's really dealing with mental issues, but it's so cool to be able to say, yeah, I've had mental issues. Yeah, mental health is real. I see some people.
Well, in my opinion, it's just people are being more open about it. In my opinion, people are actually expressing because more people are talking about it, so people are feeling more comfortable on speaking speaking on mental health. That's my opinion. Influencers, celebrity, women, they're just feeling more empowered to speak on mental health. That's my opinion.
And also to speak on it, and I also know those same people you're speaking of, some of them feel empowered because they are the wave and they're down with something that everybody's down with. Everybody's going to jump the bandwagon. You got motherfuckers that start nonprofits. Not to say that it's some real shit or it's not some real shit, but you got some motherfuckers like this. Oh, this is the hype shit to do. This is cool shit to do. Yo, I'm crazy. I'm crazy too. All the flights are on the crazy motherfucker, and everybody is not fucking crazy. Like,
I don't know about that. Maybe they are.
I don't know. I don't know if I can agree on that. But I see what you're saying. I think therapy is a great thing. I think being in a position to be self-aware and to get therapy, I promote it. I'm for it. Whether you're on the bandwagon or not. If you feel as though you have mental issues and you're jumping on this wave, but you're jumping on a wave to a therapist, I'm all for it. Even if it's fake or not. That's just my personal opinion.
Boom. What else, Jivanta?
That's it.
We beat that horse.
I think we did.
Well, if that's it, we gotta play the music.
All right. Let me find this.
Let me find this.
It's like. All right, well, you were watching the Jivanta Roberts Show. We want to thank all of our listeners and watchers for taking your time out to spend some time with us. Thanks to Donnell Rawlings, who's on his phone like I usually am. Thank you to David Derry. Everybody, it's okay to seek to have a healthy mind and to seek therapy.